Indians are going to try to make it a night he'll always remember. It's the start of a 4-game set, and it's Elvis night. The Sox and the Cleveland Indians next. From Comiskey Park in Chicago, Fox Sports Chicago presents White Sox baseball. Tonight it's Albert Belle, the Big Hurt Frank Thomas, and the Chicago White Sox as they host Jim Thome, Omar Vizquel, and the first place Cleveland Indians. Hi, everybody, and welcome to beautiful Comiskey Park. With Tom and Troy, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you the first of this 4-game set against the Tribe. Sox are 6-3 on this homestand. They have won 6 out of their last 8. And tonight, sending rookie southpaw Jim Parquet to the hill.
That's right. Jimmy pitched very well in his last start against Kansas City Hawks. He pitched 6 innings. He walked only 2. And now that's going to be a key for him against his very good Cleveland Indian offense, one of the tops in all of baseball. Charles Nagy, the Cleveland pitcher tonight, has really been struggling. He's given up 19 earned runs in his last 16 innings of work.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. First of this 4-game set. And we'll be back with the rest of the starting lineups right after this.
Fox Sports Chicago's coverage of Chicago White Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places. Heineken, brewed true since 1886. Seek the truth. The new Dodge. From cars to minivans to trucks, it's about change. The new Dodge. Discover Car. It pays to discover. Accepted where you see the notice sign. ComEd, the official energy company of the Chicago White Sox. ComEd, what do you do with your power? And by Ameritech. In a world of technology, people make the difference.
Good evening and welcome back to Comiskey Park in Chicago for the first of 4 between the White Sox and the first place Cleveland Indians. As you look at the American League Central race, the Indians walking away with it right now. They're 11.5 games ahead of the Kansas City Royals. 11.5, same over the Twins. The White Sox are 13 back, and Detroit brings up the rear in the division. Mike Hargrove is the skipper for the Tribe, and he's got a very good lineup. I'll tell you, they are power-packed from top to bottom, and here's what they look like tonight. Leading off in center field, Kenny Lofton. Batting second at shortstop, this guy can really pick it, Omar Vizquel. Manny Ramirez plays right field. He'll hit third. Cleanup man, first baseman Jim Thome. Travis Fryman is at third base in the 5th spot, followed by left fielder Mark Whitten. David Justice is the DH. He's going to hit 7th. Batting 8th behind the plate is veteran Pat Borders. And bringing up the rear at second, David Belle. And on the mound for the Sox is 23-year-old left-hander Jim Parquet. Jimmy, in 8 starts, is 2-2 with a 5.72 earned run average on the year. 49 hits allowed and 39 in the 3rd. He has walked 25 while striking out 23. Defensively, the Sox line up with Albert Belle in left field, Mike Cameron in center, and Maglio Ordonez in right. Robin Ventura returns to third base. Mike Caruso is at shortstop. Ray Durham plays second, and Will Cordero is the first baseman. Veteran Chad Kruger behind the plate, and Jim Parquet, the rookie, on the mound. And the weather tonight is perfect. And I mean that. 77 degrees at game time, humidity 64%, wind out of the east at 13. Fair and pleasant is the forecast for tonight in Chicago. The umpires, our good friends in blue. Joe Brinkman is at home plate, Marty Foster at first, Eric Cooper is at second base, and Tim Welke is the third base umpire. Jim Parquet pitched very well. No decision on Sunday against the Kansas City Royals. He worked 6 quality innings, 2 runs, 8 hits. He walked 2 while striking out 4. And he is going to have to throw strike 1 to this Cleveland Indian team, because if you get behind them, they can beat your brains in. They get that 2-0, 3-1 situation, and they are as good as anyone offensively. Now, Jerry Manuel, the skipper for the White Sox, he has seen his team play much better baseball since the All-Star break. And there you see his record, 41-54. But since the break, Sox have a 3.22 team earned run average in the second half. That's 5th in the American League over that time period. Starters and relievers have been both doing much better. Starters with a 3.52 ERA. So hopefully more of the same this evening, and it is Elvis night. And speaking of Elvis, here's a hunka burnin' love, the Hawkeroo.
All right, big guy, the Whipperoo, thank you very much. And once again, welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Fox Sports Chicago. First of this 4-game weekend series, and also a Monday. Kenny Lofton, 31-year-old center fielder, will lead it off, hitting at .278, 8 homers. He has driven in 44. Outfield around to the left as the first pitch of the ball game. That's taken down low. This is the 6th meeting of the year between these two ball clubs. Cleveland holds a 3-2 edge. The Indians come in with an 11.5 game lead in the American League Central. And there's a shot, base hit into center field. So good speed aboard. He has 28 stolen bases.
Well, Kenny Lofton is not afraid to hit against left-handed pitching. Boy, that pitch right there, he got it hands up above the ball, just tomahawks this one in the left center field. It's on the inner half of the plate, inside out stroke. That'll work.
Well, Wimpy, you brought up a very, very pertinent and germane point to this game. With Parquet, he better get on top. First pitch strike is almost critical against this offensive club. They have a good balance in their lineup. They got some good fastball hitters, got some good breaking ball hitters. And they're strong up and down. Look at those mutton chop sideburns.
He's everywhere.
Well, Parquet just a little commercial toss over the first. Indians hitting at .279 as a club. They have a 4.01 team ERA. Sox at .268 and a 5.64 team ERA. That changeup down low, and the count evens at 1. Indians been scuffling a little bit. They've lost 3 in a row. With that record of 53-40. Tell you this, if the Sox or somebody in the Central this year could have played decent baseball, there wouldn't be an 11.5 game lead, because just 13 games over with an 11.5 game lead.
Yeah, that's
something's
ridiculous.
wrong with that picture.
Yeah. Oh, you're so right.
Lofton, decent over there at first base with that lead as that pitch fouled back. Another change in the count, 1-2. Manny Ramirez on deck. And as Omar Vizquel, you know, he's only committed 1 error all year. He can pick it.
Yeah, he's a great defensive player.
He certainly is. One of the best.
Meanwhile, Cleveland is just 14-12 against left-handed starters this year. You think, you know, with Justice and Lofton, of course, they hang in there very well, but they just match up a lot better against right-handed pitching.
Chops that one foul over into the Sox dugout, so the count 1-2. Well, the Indians, we just mentioned, for the most part, having it their own way in '98. Not playing that well, but they can hit. Cruder puts the number 1 down, moves inside, get it in there. Jimmy. Now he's going to go over to first base, and all of us here at Fox Sports Chicago would like to welcome our affiliate Prime Cable and all our viewers in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, yes.
They have a lot of my money.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
they got a lot
do.
Of my money. Chicago, birthplace of Sarah Meyer, Francesco Ahern.
Right. That's a great city, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Parquet very, very deliberate. When somebody can run his own bases, he gasses him upstairs. He's gone. He'll grab some bench, and that's out number 1.
I like it. Jim Parquet's got to be proud of that fastball. He wants to throw that change. Well, you get that changeup up, and that's going to get hit a long way. But right there, that heater upstairs, that's tough to get to at 90 miles an hour. And he is so deceptive. He doesn't look like he can get it up there because of his size and his stature and even his delivery. Sneaky.
Here's the right fielder, Manny Ramirez, at 299, 20 homers, 77 driven in. Manny now 26 years old as the outfield swings around to the right. There's a 2-hopper. Ventura up with it. Durham. Yeah. Rack him up around the horn. 5-4 to 3. And they'll do it. So after having a play, it's Cleveland nothing and the good guys coming to bat.
No score, bottom of the first inning here at Comiskey Park on a wonderful evening for baseball. And here's the White Sox lineup for tonight. Leading off at second base, Ray Durham. Batting second at shortstop, Mike Caruso. Frank Thomas DH and bats third. See, he's hitting .360 against Nagy in his career. Middle third of the lineup will feature Albert Belle in left field, Robin Ventura at third base, and Mags Ordonez in right. The bottom third of Will Cordero at first, center fielder Mike Cameron, and behind the plate Chad Kruder. And Charles Nagy, the 31-year-old right-hander, who now resides in Westlake, Ohio. 19 games, 7-6 with a .582 earned run average. 157 hits, that's a bunch. 119 innings, just 37 walks and 63 strikeouts and 26 homers given up.
Yes, he has. That's a lot of home runs in 19 starts. As Ray Durham will lead it off, and before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. Well, I was talking with some Cleveland people prior to the game with me. They said he has just been awful out there. Said he is not pitching inside at all. Ooh. Falling behind in the counts. And he has been very short. He's 1-1 against us this year, and both times he has been short on his fastball.
Yeah. No, he didn't look anywhere close to the way he did a couple years ago, and he was a very dominating pitcher in this league. One of the better ones.
Yes, he was. That 2-0 pitch popped up into center field. Kenny Lofton comes off, fighting that win. And that's out number 1.
And here's the way the Tribe looks on defense. Witten, Lofton, and Ramirez in the outfield. Fryman, Vizquel, Belle, and Tomey are the infielders. Pat Borders, boy, he's been on a few teams. So is Witten. We had to match those two guys up. And Charles Nagy on the mound. I wonder if they got all their moving money. Do you think?
I know they did.
Jeez.
I know somebody that didn't.
I'm not going to sleep
Sitting
tonight.
to my right, Mike Caruso stands in, hitting at .317, 4 homers. He has driven in 30. Mike has faced Nagy 6 times. He has 1 hit, fouls that fastball back. Nagy 96 and 71 in his career. 8-10 lifetime against the Sox. There's a chopper. Vizquel, the smooth Vizquel. Whoa. And he just does get it.
Now Caruso is about as fast as anyone going down that first baseline. Vizquel just makes everything look easy. Well, he knows the speed.
He got him. Good call by Marty Foster. So here's the big hurt. Frank hitting at .272, 15 long ones, 59 knocked in. He has faced Nagy 50 times, has 18 hits, 15 of them have stayed in the ballpark. This is going to be a very quick 1-2-3 inning. And after 1, no score. No score, top of the second inning. For the Indians, it'll be Tomey, Fryman, Witten to face Jim Parquet, making his first ever appearance against the Cleveland Indians. Tomey hitting at .322, 24 long ones, and 74 driven in. There's good first pitch fastball strike. Oh boy. Park.
Yeah. Those are typical numbers against the White Sox for Tomey. Look at this,
no,
444. Better?
Yeah, he's hit us harder than that.
Yeah, right. Well, he lined out a lot.
Fouls that breaking ball away, and the count very quickly, 0-2. American League slate of action will show New York at Toronto, Detroit hosts Boston, Tampa Bay at Texas, Baltimore at Anaheim. St. Louis Mariners are hosting the Royals, and Minnesota at Oakland. Got him on the outside corner. He aced him. Tommy's gone, and that's the second strikeout for Parquet.
Well, Tommy's right on top of the plate. But Chad did move his glove. And our supervision will take. Oh, he just painted him.
Right on the outside edge.
Of the outside part. That's why they have that black part on the plate.
That's right. Here's Travis Fryman hitting at .272, 18 homers and 62 driven in. Got off to a horrendous start, but now has really picked it up. Takes first pitch strike.
Yeah, he's swinging the bat a lot better. .314 in his last 10 games with 13 runs batted in and 5 homers. That's good. And .321 since the latter part of June.
One and one the count. Action over in the National League shows the Fighting Fish taking on the Cubs down in Florida. San Diego at Cincinnati. Montreal hosting the Pirates. Milwaukee takes on the Braves down at Turner Field. Philadelphia at New York. San Francisco at Houston. St. Louis hosts the Dodgers, and the Diamondbacks are playing host to the Rockies. A pitch inside. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, the last time we saw Travis Fryman, if you look at his numbers against lefties, that's good. .321 with 15 homers against right-handers. He had an open stance, and he was off the plate. He looks like he's going back to his style that he had when he was with the Tigers.
Good fastball. He was tardy. Well, we figured at the time, and I think we mentioned it, that he wouldn't be in that open stance very long.
No, he just looked bad in it. It just wasn't him.
Of course, when he was with the Tigers there for a long time, he really had a severely closed stance.
Yes. He's evened it out a little bit more, but he is slightly closed right now.
Good try by Parquet. Didn't get it, and the count goes full. Elvis night here at Comiskey Park, and after the game, Elvises of the Sky are going to be parachuting into Comiskey Park. Plus, there's going to be a tremendous fireworks show. So if you're in the area, come on out. Good change right there. Had him out in front. Good motion. Trent Carlini, the #1 Elvis in the world today.
Yeah, he'll be performing. And last year they had him between innings too, on the dugout.
He's going to do a little work, I believe, between innings in this ball game.
He's good.
Payoff pitch. That's low ball 4. So the first walk issued by Parquet comes with 1 out here in the top of the second. That'll bring up the switch hitting Mark Whitten.
And Jimmy Parquet, fastball 89-91, is curve and a changeup. But most important, he's got to throw strike 1. Here's big Mark Whitten. I still remember that haymaker he threw to Jack McDowell.
He didn't throw it, he landed it.
He did, and Jack, his knees buckled and everything, but he didn't go down.
No.
That was a surprise.
Takes ball 1. Oh, Whitten hits bombs out of here in BP.
Oh, he can do that. What did he hit, 4 or 5 in one game? He was with the Cardinals, I believe. You got to throw this guy's fastballs in. He wants it away.
And at one time had probably the best arm in baseball.
Yeah.
Checks it up, takes the strike, and the count evens at 1.
He is huge. He is a very large man.
Well, the Indians with a whole ton of roster changes this year. They've really had some movement on that ball club.
Yeah.
Outfield just about straight up, as that's down low. 2-1 the count. Top of the 6th inning at Tiger Stadium, 2-2 tie. Red Sox. Top of the 5th in Toronto, 1-1 tie. Yankees. Just a normal lead by Fryman. There's a changeup out in front. And the count evens at 2 with David Justice on deck.
It's a pretty good team. Pretty good lineup when you can throw David Justice in that number 7 spot.
2-2 pitch. So a full count. We'll see what Hargrove wants to do with Fryman, who is 5 for 8 stolen bases. There's Jeff Newman, the coach at third for Cleveland. And as you look at Al Bunbury, left-handed hitting outfielder for the Orioles.
Yes.
He got him. Call third strike. That is number 3 for Parquet. 2 gone.
His fastball changeup is the way he went after Witt, but boy, that last pitch was just a laser. 90 miles an hour right on the outside corner. That's going to get a lot of people.
So here's Justice, 32-year-old veteran, hitting at 287, 13 homers, 53. Got off to a big start and has cooled off. Looks at that fastball upstairs. Yeah, it appeared the start he got off to, Wimpy, he was going to hit 300 plus, maybe 40 home runs.
Yeah.
Drive in 120.
Yeah, thinking about an MVP or something like that.
Yeah.
That's how good he looked that first month of the season.
Actually, first couple months. There goes the runner. He had a good jump right there as that pitch fouled away to even the count at 1.
Fryman was going from a dead stop. Cruder would have had a pretty good shot at throwing him out. Justice usually really solid against left-handed pitching. He's just hitting .250 against southpaws this year.
Lays off that. 2 balls and a strike. Well, the Cardinals leading the Dodgers 1-0. St. Louis hitting in the bottom of the first inning. A home run. Don Drysdale Jr. tells us it was Mark McGuire, and he is correct.
All right.
Number 41. That ball hit hard. Nice play by Cordero. Steps on the bag, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across. 1 left after an inning and a half. No score.
No score, top of the second inning, and as the second half continues, the only place to find out what's happening with the Sox on and off the field is Bull Sox Underground. Tom Waddle brings you features and interviews you can't find anywhere else. Go underground Sunday mornings at 11:30 on Fox Sports Chicago. It's the show behind the show.
A lot of Cleveland fans in attendance this evening, as usual.
Southwest Airlines will take you here.
Southwest Airlines loves it when the Sox and Cleveland play.
Yeah.
Here in Chicago, as that pitch up high to Albert Belle, hitting at 297, 27 long ones, 85 driven in. Albert 3 for 16 lifetime against his former teammate. There's a soft line drive to David Belle. And right now, let's check out our picks to click. Jim and Jamie Angio went with the Big Hurt. Wimpy and his entourage went Mike Russo. Boy, do I have a team tonight or what? Andy Petronic and Don Drysdale Jr. and I went with Albert Belle. Robin takes first pitch, strike. Robin at 261, 11 homers, and 48 knocked in. Curveball, no. Robin 15 for 53 lifetime against Nagy. He of the blonde-haired Nagys.
Yeah.
That ball hit well into left. Mark Whitten goes back. He's there. And that's out number 2.
Charles Nagy profile, fastball, 88 to 90. Curve, splitter, and change, as Hawk mentioned earlier. Maybe a little short on that fastball right now. That is a look that's really become in vogue, isn't it? That
curveball to Mags, hitting at 274, 10 homers, 42 driven in. I think it looked wonderful on you.
No, thank you. Do you ever see Rod Steiger in No Way to Treat a Lady?
Yeah.
Well, that one guy, he played Dorian Smith.
Right.
Every time I see one of these guys with that hair, that's what I think of.
It is?
Yeah.
The 1-1, 2-1. Anything else you think about, you know?
That's kind of the stuff I think about. Chris Snopek's hair is starting to grow in.
Blonde-headed guy?
Yeah.
Curveball.
I think it's surfing.
2-2 the count.
Stuff like that.
Fastball in on the fist, and Fryman cannot come up with it. Got the in-between hop right there. Didn't look like Travis got a real good jump on that one as far as recognition.
Not at all. I mean, he tried to backhand the ball that looked like it was right at him. And right here, Mags gets jammed. He gets sawed off. Not a whole lot on this. Instead of charging and getting it on the short hop, he tries to backhand it. He gave a little bit of ground right there. And there you see the end result.
So here's Cordero hitting at 261, 9 homers, 32 knocked in. Will 1 for 9 lifetime against the Cleveland right-hander. Takes first pitch fastball, strike outside corner. No score here in the bottom of the second inning if you're just joining us. And the count 0-2. Backed him up with another fastball. Get a good jump go, Mags. Curveball. Dropped down a little bit. So 1-2 the count. 6'3", 200 pounds. 31-year-old Charles Nagy. There goes Mags. And there's the breaking ball. Mags on this one. Now the long peg, not in time. They're going to go over to third base. Mags, hope he didn't hurt himself. So we will check and see. Meanwhile, after 2-0.
The Central Leading Tribe come to town. Monday night at 6:30 on Fox Sports Chicago.
It's the top of the third inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Tribe. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Sox. It'll be Borders, Belle, then back to the top of the order in Kenny Lofton. Borders hitting at 238, no homers. He has driven in 6. Tries to bunt it. And we'll take another look at the out at third base by Ordonez coming in. Watch this slide. This is not the way you want to do it. He could have broken an ankle right there.
Look at that. Oh.
Lands right on his tailbone.
Horrible slide.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we used to call it, a 93-foot slide. Of course, you know, everything was wrong with the technique, but if he went straight into the bag, he's going to be safe on that. Straight-legged slide gets you there a lot quicker. It looked like he got discombobulated.
Robin, the 2-hopper. Piece of cake. 1 out.
Of course, too, you don't go to third unless you're absolutely sure you're going to get there. Third out of an inning.
David Belle hitting at 268, 8 homers, 29. He is driven in. He's had some big hits for this ball club. Yeah, you don't want to make the last out at third base. Pass to the shortstop, Caruso. And quickly 2 gone. Well, Parquet, who has 3 strikeouts in this ball game. Vizquel, Tommy, and Whit.
That number 1's been very good to him. Throw that fastball. Be proud of it.
Here's Lofton. Singles sharply into center field. Takes that fastball inside. Corners in close. Robin in on the grass. There's a good fastball strike on the outside corner. Breaking ball. Good one. Well, when Parquet gets his curveball over, he can really be an effective pitcher.
Absolutely. Yeah, because he's got that real sneaky little, not a little fastball, quick fastball, 90 miles an hour, and that curveball be a great asset to him.
A little tardy on that. So the count hangs at 1-2.
And you said it right along, Hawk. You know, if you're looking for 2 pitches and none of them is breaking down and in or down and away, I mean, it's a lot easier to attack a pitcher, a 2-pitch pitcher, as you'd say.
Well, that's one of the things I think that a lot of good hitters in the past have tried to break it down to. If you take a 4-pitch pitcher, you got to try to make him a 3-pitch pitcher. If you take a 3-pitch pitcher, you got to try to make him a 2-pitch pitcher. And you do that in your attack of his arsenal, where you stand in the box, where you stand in relationship to the plate. You can actually take a curveball away from a lot of guys. You can take a slider away from a lot of guys. And the one pitch you can never take away from anybody is a fastball, and the other one is a change. The 2-2. A change up hit deep. And you can put it on the board. That is not a good pitch to Kenny Lofton. And it's 1-0 Cleveland.
Yeah, the pitch selection is not good, and the location is real bad. There's Kenny from nearby East Chicago, Indiana, and you can see that. Boy, he just all over this one. Boy, you're in a protect mode first of all with 2 strikes, and then he just speeds up his bat inside with the changeup.
1-0 the count to Vizquel. Struck out swinging on a good fastball. Unless, if you're a right-handed pitcher pitching to a right-handed hitter, unless you've got an outstanding changeup, you don't want to throw him changeups. Now, it's being done a lot. I don't know why it's being done a lot more, and guys are just getting killed on it.
Yes, they are.
Because we have evidence that. But left-handers is even more profound. It's even more magnified. Wimpy, that almost used to be a cardinal rule in baseball. Left-handers never threw a left-handed hitter a changeup. There's the strike, and the count 3-1.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it was almost like a cardinal rule. That was it. You left-hander would never throw another. You're doing him a favor when you throw him a changeup.
And you still are, regardless of what the philosophy is.
So as happens with so many rookies, they give up a home run and come back and walk the next guy, as Manny Ramirez will be the next hitter. Hit into a 5-4-3 double play. Well, our club has just been killed this year on changeup.
Oh. You know, and throwing them at the most inopportune times, too. I just really don't believe that a changeup is a good pitch with 2 strikes unless you have the greatest changeup in the world.
Yeah, unless that's your best pitch.
Yeah, and changeup to me is at its best when the pitcher's behind in the count.
Yeah, when you got somebody sitting up there 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and you've got a good changeup, you can throw that.
Oh, yeah.
But not left-hander to left-hander.
No.
Got to watch Vizquel. He is 17 for 25 in stolen bases.
See Ramirez in his last 28 games, 297 with 38 RBIs. So he's been pretty hot with the stick.
Yeah, they've had various guys step up and become, as there's a base hit to right, and become the stud, so to speak. Earlier in the year it was David Justice. Tommy off to a sluggish start. Ramirez was decent. And then later on it was Ramirez who got real hot. And Tommy got real hot. Fryman was struggling during that time, and then there for a while Fryman stepped up.
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about, the balance. They've always had at least one guy really swinging the bat well. So here's Tommy, called out on a fastball outside corner.
And the one thing I hope you pointed out about the walking the guy after the homer, but I hope this doesn't take away Jim Parquet's aggressiveness in throwing that first pitch fastball in there, challenging these guys, and not try and be too fine on the corners, because that's when you fall behind 2-0, 3-1, and that's when you get hit hard.
Tommy's playing with a bruised forearm. He was hit. Andy Pettit got him. Pretty good rip at that one. Well, Tommy hit a couple of bombs out of here in BP.
He's fun to watch before and during games.
Not too many guys in the game of baseball more aggressive at the plate than he is.
He's a .342 hitter career against the White Sox. 19 homers, 50 RBIs.
How many games?
I don't know. It doesn't say that here, but not too many.
Got that breaking ball up, but it still was a strike. And he is down in the count, 1-2.
Baby Hawk tells us it's 58 games, 19 homers.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Seems like a whole bunch of those have won games for the Tribe as well.
Seems like he hits at least one a game.
Towering fly ball in right field on the fastball inside. Ordonez makes the catch. That'll retire the side, but Kenny Lofton's 9th home of the year. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Cleveland. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0 bad guys, as we take a look at the upcoming Sox schedule. There you see tomorrow. Now that will be over WFLD, Fox, and then Sunday's game will be over WGN. We'll have a finale of this 4-game set against Cleveland right here on Fox Sports Chicago. And that will conclude this 13-game homestand. Sox, as we speak, are 6-3. As Mike Cameron will lead it off. It'll be Cameron, Critter, and Durrell. Mike takes that pitch inside, and the count 1-0.
Do you think Trent Carlini uses mousse or gel? I'm going with gel.
There's a strike on the outside corner to even the count at 1. Mike has faced Nagy 14 times in his career. He has 3 hits. One of them left the ballpark. Yes, he did. Oh, Mikey. Let's see. 16 games, hitting at .298. He has really been swinging the bat much, much better. There's a curveball. Yes, he did, says Marty Foster. So that is the first strikeout for Charles Nagy.
And he got him on a curveball. And Mike was jumping at the ball. We haven't seen him do this. He'd been taking pitches a lot better. He looked at that one pretty good. And right there, last two, boy, he was just jumping. Everything was flying open. His head couldn't stay down like it has been the last few ball games.
So here is Chad Critter hitting a .284 a homer. He has driven in 20. He's in good shape at 2-0. Chad 3 for 14 against Nagy lifetime. There's a good fastball strike. Good pitch to hit. Outfield straight up. Barcuders, that sails high and wide. So once again, he's got the commanding count of 3-1. That ball hit hard at a boy. Well, you get that 2-0-3-1 count. Look for something that you can hammer, get after it. If you miss, just like that, because it's foul down your side of the field, not the opposite way.
Absolutely. We've seen too many liners over the opposite dugout. That was a good fastball to hit. Inner half. And Chad got it out there.
Count hangs full, 3-2. We mentioned the Sox are 6-3 on this homestand, winning 6 out of their last 8 ball games. Sox now 22-26 at home this year. So a long way to go in this one, and then the 3 remaining games with Cleveland. Tomorrow it'll be John Snyder against Jarrett Wright, as that's called strike 3. So Nagy strikes out Cameron, strikes out Kruder.
Well, Joe Brinkman says that this ball came back over the inside corner. That good last swing, and there's the final one.
Too close to take 3-2.
Yeah.
This is May Durham. Popped up the center. Takes that curveball. No.
Last 9 games, Ray hitting at .297 with 3 long ones.
2 balls, no strikes. There's a little something different in Nagy's motion, Wimpy. You just can't quite put a finger on it. As the count moves to 3-0.
Well, he's really, I don't know, he doesn't have it. To me, he's not getting that good shoulder turn that he once had. You know, he always has long-armed it up there.
That's low ball 4, so good speed aboard. Ray with 21 stolen bases and 27 attempts. Now he's got to make Pat Borders throw him out.
Yes.
Spending a lot of time over the rubber. That's good for him. Something a little off from what we have seen Nagy when he was really dominating in the past. So here's Mike. He grounded out to his counterpart, Vizquel. Ray a good lead. Nagy the long set, as there is ball 1. Ray will be going somewhere in the sequence.
Yeah, he should. You know, getting back to Nagy, you'd figure that Mark Wiley, who's been a great pitching coach and has had Nagy for so many years, would have, been able to get something on this of what we were talking about, because he really has had 4 really poor starts in a row.
Elvis night here at Comiskey Park.
I'd love it. That looks like the Polish eagle right there on his back.
There goes Ray. Borders with the throw. Not nearly in time. Stolen base number 22.
Quick feet. Quick feet from Ray Durham. Well, it doesn't take him long to get to full speed. Right there, he may have had a little agreement with Caruso to take, because Ray did not look up to see if that ball was put into play. He got there in a hurry.
Well, with 2 outs, you really don't have to.
Yeah, that's true.
No outs and 1 out where you've got to make sure that ball is put into play. That's to the second baseman, David Belle, up with it, over to Tomey, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across, 1 left after 3, 1-0 Tribe.
Here's our Southwest Airlines Trivia Troll fan question. Christine Maurer of Carpentersville asks, which current White Sox was the second player in Major League history to record his first 2 hits and his first 2 at-bats in the same inning? Survey said it was Norton. Greg Norton, August 19th, 1996, and Billy Martin did it in 1950 for the Yankees. Now, those are some good-looking burns. So now Christine qualifies to win a trip to see the Sox take on the Orioles on September 1st. Southwest Airlines has fares so low, you have the freedom to go places and do things you never thought possible. Fly Southwest Airlines. That's not Elvis. No. 1-0 on Travis Fryman.
I think blonde hair and a red beard would look great on you, Wimpy.
Oh, yeah. I can't grow a beard, and I'm never dyeing my hair again. I promised. I promised myself.
You mean if we won 8 in a row, you wouldn't dye your hair?
Not a chance. You know, I don't think that's very good for your hair. Went after some high heat.
How about 9 in a row?
Nope.
10?
Nope.
All right. If we win 10 in a row, I'll dye my hair.
All right. Done. Pops that one up out of play. Whoop, the low section. Somebody winds up with a souvenir, and you can add to your cap collection with the latest and cool sports gear tomorrow. Sox take on the Indians at 12:15, and the first 20,000 fans receive a Sox cap in red, courtesy of AM 1000 and Ed Farmer. John Rooney is also behind it. For tickets, call 312-831-1SOX. Dadgummit. So you're really going to dye your hair blonde if we win 10 in a row?
Yeah.
All right, you heard it, fans. See, you used to do stuff like that all the time 30 years ago. I mean, this is nothing for you. You just don't remember it. 2-2 coming up. Kruger sets up outside. Change up, got him. Wow.
Hands came forward. Right on the outside corner.
What a good-looking family. Witten grounds this one, 2-hopper to Caruso. Mike fires to first, and very quickly 2 up, 2 down.
Cubs leading the Fighting Fish 6-1. Bottom of the 6th, Sammy Sosa, his 36th homer.
All right. Sammy, that cat can hit. Good grief. Would everybody get one of these when they walked in the door?
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Nah. Yeah. What a great gig. Strike on the outside corner. And you and I were the only 2 guys that never grew sideburns. You know that?
Couldn't.
Couldn't, yeah.
I tried.
No chance.
Couldn't do it.
Oh, good strike on the outside corner at the knees. Not many guys are going to hit that one. David Justice says, I can't. Look at last year, 1 year ago, he was hitting .340 with 18 homers. This year, .286, 13. Yeah, it's still very respectable. Last year, he was in fuego. Yes. Good fastball strikeout. 5-4 Parquet. 1-2-3 go the Indians. After 3.5, they lead it 1-0. It's 1-0 Cleveland, bottom of the 4th inning here at Comiskey Park on probably the nicest evening we've had all year for Elvis Night. And there is Trent Carlini.
He's a Rocco Hooban right there, honey. I wanna hold her tight all of the night, but all she wants to do is dance. Rock, hula baby, rock.
Rocka humana, humana, humana. There's Frank Thomas. He takes a fastball inside from Charles Nagy. Frank went after the first pitch. Nagy threw him in the first inning, grounded out to shortstop. Hitting at .272 now, the Big Hurt. 1-0 pitch right there at the knees. 88-mile-an-hour fastball from Charles Nagy. The Rocket is pitching tonight against the Yankees at Skydome. Oh, I bet you they got a big crowd over there. Oh, my goodness. That's great. One of our really fun nights last year was Elvis Night, and it looks like we're going to duplicate it this evening. There's a strike on the outside corner, 2-2.
He's almost as big as Beanie Babies.
Yeah, and they're both dead, I guess. Yeah, Beanie Babies. Wow. That was fun. We gave away Blizzard. Here's what Frank was doing a year ago. Wow. 376 with 21 homers. This year, 272 with 15. 104 points. Wow. There's a grounder. Foul wide of third. Nice play by our ball girl. Our Fox Sports Chicago ball girl. Let's see, who's the Rocket pitching against tonight? It's David Wells, 11-2. Rocket is 10-6. Great matchup there. There's fastball, walked him up high. So the leadoff man reaches, and here's Albert. Second walk issued by Nagy, and since the All-Star break, the Sox pitching the record of 6-3, 3.22 earned run average. That's good. And the offense, 275 with 17 long runs. Here's Albert. He lined out to second base his first time up. Outfield very deep and straight away. First ball fastball upstairs. And since the All-Star break, Albert Belle's played 9 games. He has hit 9 homers, driven in 19. That's good, 459. 17 hits. He has been, as Dan Patrick would say, in fuego. Upstairs, so it's 2-0. Boy, when you're hot, it seems like you got that 2-0 count all the time.
2-0, 3-1, 3-2.
Yeah, because you're seeing it so well.
Exactly.
You don't jump out at the ball.
And you don't swing at pitchers' pitches.
That's right. Yeah. And if they happen to dot the corner, you just take it.
That's right.
And you look at it so nicely.
You don't get out there and hit it to the shortstop or the third baseman.
Yeah. He looked at that one. Ooh, strike on the outside corner at the knees. Late call by Joe Brinkman. Tough pitch. Took something off of that one. Oh boy, that's nasty. 82-mile-an-hour changeup. You'd have to call that one.
Yeah, it's almost like a BP fastball coming off his fastball.
His fastball anywhere from 88, 89 tonight. a strike. That looked like a splitter. Could have been the first one he has thrown. See, Albert just 3 for 17 against Nagy in his career. They want to come inside. Fastball. He ropes it. He got it out over the plate. Albert made him pay. Fortunately for Nagy, who has given up the most homers in the major leagues at 26, didn't get that. He didn't get that one elevated. That's a 2-spot.
Nagy's very, very fortunate this one didn't leave the ballpark.
Yeah, that ball was scalded. How about Juan Gonzalez? Still hasn't driven in a run since the break. He's still stuck at 101. Albert third in the league now with 85 runs batted. And here's Robin. Comes inside, fastball misses. Robin hitting at 261. He hit it hard his first time up, took Witten to the warning track in left field. Thomas and Belle, the runners. Ventura, the hitter, he takes a good sinker on the outside corner at the knees. Not much you're going to do with that pitch. Hey, Robin with runners in scoring position, not that good, far below his standards. They're playing him to pull. Hit high, deep to left field. Way back goes Witten to the wall. He leaps it off the fence. Frank Thomas is going to score. Albert Belle in the third. Whoa, close play. That ball just missed going out of here. And Big Mark Witten almost caught it. Hit a long run, so Ventura going to left field 2 consecutive at-bats. Finds an opening.
Well, he's making the right move here off the right-hander Nagy. He's got that tailing fastball. You can see he just goes right with it, not trying to get greedy. I think Robin thought this ball was out of here. But Mark Witten can still throw. Well, you can see he just did not get a glove on it. Great effort by Witten, though.
Yeah.
Really was. And when he got to the ball, Albert knows how Witten can throw, and he was busting his hump getting into third, and he knew it was going to be close.
Yeah,
watch this. Boy, can he throw?
Yeah,
what?
Look at that. I mean,
you know, if that ball's on the other side of the bag, he might have it.
yeah, I think so. I think he would have been out. Man. Low laser. So, nice hitting situation here for Ordonez. 1-1 tie. Drive that runner, hit it to the right side, drive the runner home from third, and get him over to third for Will Cordero. Now, Maggs was safe on an error his first time up. That was in the second inning. Tried to reach third on the infield single by Cordero, the next hitter, and was thrown out. Lines that one. He's trying to do the right thing.
Exactly. Maggs has shown us, from a rookie standpoint, he might be, as far as trying to do the right thing, the best situational hitter on our ball club.
Yeah, could very easily be. Oh boy. Pulls that one. That looked like a splitter.
Yeah, off-speed pitch, and he was out in front of it. It looked like he was set up right there to try to take it into right field. Now he's got a battle. Splitter.
Yeah. Pretty good one, too. That's some downward movement in, too. So it's tough to go the opposite way on that particular pitch. So the 0-2 to Ordonez. He's sitting up way outside. He misses by a foot. Third, yeah. The only thing I'd like to see Maggs do in that situation is maybe back off the plate a little bit, Hawk. He's right on top of the plate and trying to do that inside-out swing. Be a little bit easier.
Be a lot easier. A lot easier. When you're trying to take the ball in right field, you back off the plate. When you're trying to pull the ball, you get up closer to the plate.
Yeah, that was the one thing that I knew I could do. I always want to stay up in front of the plate, but backing off it made that stroke to right field, that little shank, a lot easier to do. Do it almost every time, as a matter of fact. There's a splitter that Cordero takes, 1-0. You know, some of us are just masters at certain things.
Well, you made the shank an art form.
Yeah. Ow! Check swing, crack back. Wow. Cordero's real susceptible to that pitch up and in because he is diving from the get-go.
Look at the location right here, the movement coming in. Another good pitch by Nagy. Max had the one good pitch, the first pitch he saw, and that previous at bat. And then after that, Nagy just made some good pitches on him, and he did the same thing to Cordero.
So, Mike Cameron's got to get a hit to score these guys. Ooh, that's a pretty good pitch to hit right there. A breaking ball, middle of the plate. By looking at Mike Cameron in his first at bat, doesn't look like he's picking up Nagy. He was really jumping out at the pitch, and right there, that's the one he's got to hammer. Pitch misses, 1-1.
Well, it happens. You get some certain guys out there, you just really have a very, very difficult time picking the ball up off of. Something in motion doesn't set right with your line of sight or your eyesight.
Yeah.
You just don't pick it up. And you certainly don't pick up the spin.
Splitter grounded to third. Fryman makes the play, throws him out. Sox put a run on the board, but it could have been a lot more. They strand 2 in scoring position after 4. We're tied at 1. Well, 1-1 tie here at Elvis Night, and Fox Sports Chicago and TCI present Future Sox. Just take a photo of your child 8 years old or younger in White Sox apparel and a baseball pose. Include their name, age, address, and phone number, and send it to the address on your screen. Entries must be postmarked no later than July 20th, and winners will be announced on August 5th in the game room. By Chet Cockpit and Dave Otto. They'll tell you who they are. And it's the top of the 5th inning. We're going to start off with Pat Borders. Number 8, 9, and 1 hitters. It'll be Borders, Belle, and then Kenny Lofton. Pat 0 for 1. Ground to the third his first time up. Grounds that one hard to third. Robin Ventura will take care of it, and there's one gone. So twice Borders has grounded out to third baseman Robin Ventura.
Robin seems to be in that was an easy play, of course, even though the ball was hit hard, but he seems to be just in a great rhythm defensively. He has really thrown some leather since the All-Star break. Not that he didn't prior to that, but he's made some spectacular plays in the last 9 ball games.
Yeah, everything looks real easy for him right now.
That's when you get in a real good rhythm.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what that felt like, but sounds good.
Yeah, great concept.
Like when you were in a real good rhythm at first base, you didn't get hit in the behind.
No.
By many.
I didn't get in a good rhythm very often, though. See, that's the question. When I was in that rhythm, no, I take some off the kneecaps.
There's a pop-up. That is not a high pop-up. Here's Robin. Might as well let the sure guy catch it. I'll never forget the first play of the game. I was thinking about my batting average at Old Comiskey, and Ricky Henderson was the batter. I'm playing it on the grass, you know, a little respect, even though Ricky never bunted. He had a one-hop bullet to me, hit me right in the shins.
Shin?
Shin.
Oh, shin. Shin burger, huh?
Yeah. Well, I can't say about that good groove. Kenny Lofton homered his last time up. He got a changeup on a 2-2 count and ripped it out of here. Fastball upstairs. I love that story you tell about. Who was it that hit you in the behind? Was it Stargell or
Willie Stargell?
He didn't hit him very hard, did he?
I still got the imprint.
Oh, man. I remember I was playing first base against the Pirates, and we had to have the infield in when McCovey. I mean, Starja was hitting. That was like real scary. There's a liner to left. He's 3 for 3. Lordy. He can hit. Got a fastball
And he
this
is
time.
probably going to be running.
You would think.
It's a good piece of hitting by Lofton.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us in that Boston series, he really didn't swing the bat at all. They look terrible up there. Not tonight.
No, he's real dangerous tonight. Well, often.
Maybe, excuse me, the scariest I've ever been at first base was when McCovey was hitting.
Yeah.
I was holding Willie Mays on Phoenix, and we were fighting each other to see who was going to put the other one in front of the other. It was a shield. In fact, this one reporter got some pictures of it, and they had it on the station out there. It went all around of us waltzing around to see who was going to get in front of the other one.
That's scary.
We had a hard-throwing right-hander out there named Mark Ballinger, throwing about 98. And the harder you threw it, of course, the harder Willie hit it.
Yeah.
He was coming down us with some wicked shots.
Oh, yeah.
I was scared to death. I really was.
Yeah, you know, it was a good place to pitch him was down and in.
Yeah, right.
He'd take rows of seats out on that pitch. Only can imagine what he'd have done to you.
Boy, could he hit the ball hard.
Oh, man. He's a little bitty bat, too. Real short bat.
Stretch.
All stretched out.
What a great guy.
Meanwhile, Vizquel's got a 1-1 pitch coming up with Lofton at first. You know, Kenny stole just 27 bases last year. He had an injury-riddled season with the Atlanta Braves. There's a grounder to second. Durham to second, and that will end the inning. So they failed to score. We're halfway home, tied at 1. It's the bottom of the 5th inning, 1-1 tie. Boy, Sox had a golden opportunity to get to Charles Nagy. Last inning, an RBI double by Robin Ventura was all they got, but they had runners at second and third, nobody out, and couldn't capitalize on that great chance. He is a god. A hunk of burning love. First pitch to Kruder. Breaking ball right there. Well, we mentioned Nagy in his last 16 innings, 19 earned runs. Whoa. There's a curveball. Biter. Did go. And here's our Fox Sports Chicago game summary brought to you by the Greater Chicagoland Dodge dealers. Robin Ventura, an RBI double in the 4th. Parquet, 5 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. That's good. Against a very good offensive team of the Cleveland Indians. One-two. Chad chokes up on the bat about an inch right now. Shorten up that swing, maybe the stride also. Hit it right back up the middle. Good concept.
Right on the money. You don't see as many guys doing that now as you would like.
Yeah.
There's no question you have a little better bat control. No question about that.
Yeah. You know, the thing about it is, and you're going to protect away too, so you're going to have that coverage on the outside. But the inside pitch won't be as devastating to you on jam sandwiches and stuff. I guess the guy who really comes to mind when I think about that is Rico Carty. Well, he really choked up with 2 strikes. There's a grounder right side. Nice play by Belle, the pirouette, and he throws him out. Nice job by David Belle.
His dad could pick it. There again is the movement on Nagy's fastball. Even though he's not throwing that hard this evening, he has good movement on it. Boy, what pitches he made last inning to get out of that second, third, nobody out jam.
Yeah, he got Ordonez, Cordero, and Cameron. Curveball misses into Durham. Ray 0 for 1. He does have a walk and a stolen base to his credit. As that fastball grounded foul wide of third by Brian Little. Sox third base coach. Wallace Johnson over at third. Ray hitting at .285 now. Pops that one foul out of play. That last series against Toronto, he was 4 for 13 with a homer, and he scored a couple of runs. Outfield straight away. He wants it inside, and he gets it upstairs. 2-2. Yankees hitting in the 7th inning. That battle with Toronto, Roger Clemens against David Wells. Ray choked up on the bat a little bit. Yeah, he got him on the inside corner. There's that late movement once again. Fastball coming back. Boy, so many guys give up when you go into the ball like Durham does. Every once in a while they'll catch it. Ray, he doesn't believe it.
Well, again, the movement right there, tailing back over the inside corner.
Yeah, late movement. So here's Mike Caruso with 2 out, and Mike pops that one up, and that is out of play. Mike hitting at .315 as he stands in. Two out, nobody on here in the 5th inning. Good pitching battle right now between Jim Parquet and Charles Nagy. Nagy 1-1 against the Sox this year. 12 and 2/3 innings, 12 hits, 8 earned runs, 3.55 earned run average. Cleveland leads the season series 3-2. That pitch down low. Frank Thomas is on deck. Well, they're showing a lot of respect for Caruso right here. They're pretty much straight away in the outfield for him and fairly deep. Witten shortens up a bit in left field. But Mike with those 4 homers this year. There's a hard shot. David Belle right there. So it's going to be an easy 1-2-3 inning for Charles Nagy, and after 5, we're still tied at 1. A 1-1 tie here in the top of the 6th inning, and you can hit the beach this summer with the hottest stars in volleyball on AVP Tour. Fox Sports Chicago has action Saturday at noon from Seal Beach, cool, and Sunday at 3:30 from Belmar, New Jersey. That's the AVP Tour all this weekend on Fox Sports Chicago. I love Seal Beach. It is so cool.
Blonde hair and all, huh?
Oh, yeah, everybody has blonde hair at Seal Beach.
Top of the 6th inning in a 1-1 tie. It'll be Manny Ramirez, Jim Thome, and Travis Fryman, the heart of the Indian order. As there's a curveball, yes, says Joe Brinkman. Ramirez is hit into a 5-4-3 twin killing, and he has singled. Toronto now leading the Yankees 2-1, bottom of the 7th at Skydome. Fastball.
Hey, Akaru. Now we talk about hairdos a lot today. How about this one?
Is that awesome or what?
Oscar Gamble.
Oscar.
What a dandy. What a great guy.
He was a good guy,
Oh,
man.
yeah. I don't think he stood close enough to the plate, though. Well, his hair was in the strike zone.
Oscar, he could turn a fastball around.
Oh, could he ever? That's when those afros were in bloom. Boy, he had the biggest one of all. Oscar Gamble.
2-1 the count to Ramirez. First of a 4-game set with these Indians. Watch out. We mentioned Snyder against Wright tomorrow, 22-year-old right-hander. Jared Wright against a 23-year-old right-hander, John Snyder. On Sunday, it'll be Mike Sorotka against the veteran Dave Burba. There's John. On Monday in the finale, Jamie Navarro against Bartolo Colon, hard-throwing 23-year-old right-hander.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
And that will be our next game coming away on Fox Sports Chicago. It'll be the game room at 6:30, followed by the Sox and the Indians at 7. And then the Sox hit the road, a couple of games in Toronto, 3 in New York. For returning home for a brief 2-game set against the Devil Rays. There's a rocket. Albert cannot make that one. The ball had some severe humpback line drive on it.
Remember we talked about Ramirez being a good high fastball hitter when he came into the league, and then he started shifting over to being a breaking ball hitter. Right there, that's some high gas, 90 miles an hour, and he turned on that bad boy. Got his hands up above the ball. Watch where he makes contact. Bang!
Here's the ever dangerous Jim Thome. He will turn that fan on. Thome has struck out and popped up a high, towering pop up to right field.
You know, if it hurts Jim, don't swing.
He has become one of my favorite players to watch.
Oh, yeah. He's just.
I mean, since he came into the league.
You know, he's just a great young man, too.
Loves to laugh.
Yeah. Has a lot of fun while he's playing, can laugh at himself. He was great. I love listening to his interviews at the All-Star game this year.
Yeah, I'll tell you what he did with those interviews he had. A lot of people who may not have heard him before became instant Thome fans.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to love him.
That's one thing a lot of players don't really realize, how much easier their life could be if, in fact, they had a relationship with the camera, with the writers, with the media, you know, instead of a lot of guys taking that no-talk posture, that no-talk stance.
Yeah.
And the fans would have a better connection, because that's really, for the most part, the only connection, the only relationship you have with the player is through the media. I understand a lot of them why they don't do it. I played with a couple of guys that had that kind of relationship with the media, and I told them at the time, I said, I just don't understand it. It's got him. Aced it. Beautiful pitch right on the outside corner. That is strikeout number 6 for Parquet.
Be proud of that fastball, Jimmy. He really does nail this outside corner.
He filled the mid up.
Yeah, he did. It looks like he's backed off the plate a little bit against Parquet, maybe to try and hit him in the left center field. But he really hasn't had a real good pitch to hit yet.
Well, if there's been one guy who's made some really good pitches on, it's been Thome.
Yeah.
So here's Fryman. He has walked and struck out, called out on a good changeup outside corner. There's the strike. Top of the 9th inning in Detroit as you look at Thome. 6-4 Tigers leading Boston. Ramirez, not a real threat run. He has 4 stolen bases in 4 attempts. There's that fastball just off the outside edge. So the count evens at 1. Fryman out of Lexington, Kentucky. He did not go. He checks up on the curveball. Travis, a long look down at Newman, third base coach. Mark Whitten on deck. A run on 5 hits, 1 error for the Tribe. A run on 3 hits, no errors for the Sox. Fouls that one down at the plate. So Parquet gets even in the count to Fryman.
There he is. I wonder when they see him every day when he shows up to the ballpark if they say, "Hello, Newman."
He's lost some weight, so far.
He has?
Yeah. He was a little portly last year.
He's a large man. And hey, kids, why don't you bring your parents out to Applebee's Kids Day? That's this Sunday. Sox take on Cleveland at 1:05. You'll be able to get autographs, run the bases, and your parents will be happy because kids tickets are only $1 at the box office on game day. That's Applebee's Kids Day this Sunday against the Tribe.
Checks it up. So a full count. Now Ramirez checking over with Bumbry, who says, "Look at the third base coach, and I'll talk to you a little bit." Relay the sign in case you're having trouble getting it. Payoff. Chops that one foul. Fryman looks a lot shorter with his swing right now than he did the first 2 series we saw him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that open stance just didn't work for him at all. And he's back on top of the plate, which is where he needs to be.
Boy, he's got his hands in real good position.
Yeah, they're better. He's one of those guys that brings his hands with him. You know, not like
But he's
Albert.
not dropping them.
No.
Earlier in the year, he was coming down with them. As Ramirez takes off, there's a changeup hitting the right field for a base hit. So Maggs gets to it, gets it back in. 1 out, runners at the corner.
Yeah, it was a changeup. Kept his hands back and goes with it nicely. You see those hands come through before the barrel of the bat. Yeah, the pitch was up, and he's looking away, no question about it.
That's what I was referring to earlier. He's got his hands in real good position to hold them there. When they don't drop and you got them up like that, boy, that's almost perfect. Because now you can get to the pitch up, even if it's a fastball, a lot easier as Mark Whitten stands in. Oh, look at this. Chopper, base hit right side. So they're going to play a little first and third right here as Ramirez scores, and it's a 2-1 Cleveland lead.
Man, how the heck you hit a ball like that right-handed? Fastball away. Looked like he was tardy on that swing. Oh, there was no stride involved whatsoever by Whitten.
Which is a good approach when you're trying to get the man in from third. So Marty Contreras has his little conference with Jim Parquet. And David Justice will be the hitter. Justice is grounded out to Cordero and struck out. Outfield playing him to pull. A huge gap in left center.
Come on.
This could be rain. You rack him up. 6-4-3. That's the 103rd twin killing turn by the Sox this year. But 1 run crosses the plate. We'll go to the bottom of 6. There it is.
White Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places. And by ComEd, the official energy company of the Chicago White Sox. ComEd, what do you do with your power?
The big hurt Frank Thomas gets set to lead off the Sox half of the 6th inning. They trail it 2-1. Frank has grounded to short. He has walked and he has scored. Curveball. Well, Nagy's been turning a lot of fastballs over tonight, Wimpy.
Yeah, that's been his best pitch.
Yeah, and by turning it over, we're talking about when most of the time a guy will go two-seamer with that. And when he does, he releases it in a way that his index finger comes over the top and he'll get some movement going away.
Yeah.
So when we talk about turning it over, he's turning it over to get movement downward and off the sweet meat of the bat.
And you were saying those Cleveland people, we just didn't have it. Didn't have any type of movement, and heck, that's what he relied on in the past on all his pitches.
Here's the 2-1.
Ooh.
On the outside corner. Tries to tail that one in on the fist. Good idea, but he wouldn't bite him. Outfield straight up. That ball popped up into right field. Ramirez did not get a good jump. Comes on, and now he makes the catch.
I don't know about that one.
Eric Cooper, I'll tell you, he was in as good a position as he could be. He hustled.
He did hustle
very nicely to get out there.
I think he was.
I thought he caught it. Let's just take another look and see if we can get an angle on it here. That's tough. This is a better angle right here.
Yeah. Because he has never.
He got it.
Yeah, I guess he did. I'll tell you, he's no whiz out there in the outfield either.
No, he got a very, very bad jump. But of course, a lot of outfielders do that when you got Frank or Albert hitting, any strong hitter. Their first instincts when the ball goes up in the air is to go back.
Yeah.
It was a nice recovery by Ramirez and a nice catch. So Albert is lined to second and hit a bullet. He worked a single in the left field. Breaking ball. 2-0. Borders to the outside. Boy, he just does miss with that. He's hitting.
He's got to be.
Borders wants to run up there. Fastball. There, he turned that one over. You saw the movement. The key to turning it over and getting a downward movement is keeping your fingers on top when you release it. Now you can see his fingers are on top, and you see that movement tailing back.
And you can leave some pitches in the strike zone, a good hitter's spot, but with that movement, you know, chances are he's not going to center it. Get it.
Ball hit deep into left field. Whitten goes back, looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes! Number 28 for Albert, and this ball game is tied at 2.
Well, he got a center cut fastball right here. The movement didn't bother Albert at all. He has been something else. Lord have mercy. Homer of the season for Belle. He's got 86 runs batted in. There's a 3-1 fastball right there, and he unloads. Side view, those hands, the shoulders moving back and upward, and it's a goner.
And that home run replay brought to you by ComEd, the official energy company of the Sox, providing power to Northern Illinois customers for over 100 years. Well, you can see the difference in the movement right there. That was flat. The others have been going into the right-hander and down. So that'll tell you one thing, that Nagy had his hands on the side of the ball rather than on top.
Yeah, that downward movement's a lot tougher to adjust to. Jeez, he's short and quick. Well, Albert trails Jr. now by 1 for second place in RBIs, and Gonzalez still stuck on that 101.
Robin can't get it, and the count 1-2. Robin lined hard to left, and he has doubled, almost a 3-run homer, high off the wall in left field.
Without a doubt, Belle and Ventura have had the best swings tonight.
And poof, if you missed it, there's that tailing fastball. You see Nagy, he thought it was out of here as well. What a gun by Witten. That breaking ball chopped foul over by the photographer as well. Well, if you're a pitcher out there and you get those hands on the side of the ball or underneath it, you're asking for a lot of trouble. That's a base hit in the right field. You got to keep those fingers on top of the baseball.
Well, Robin heating up a bit right now. That's his second hit, third good at bat against Nagy. He went out and pulled this one. That was down and away. Yeah, he's in much better sync right there. That head is staying much stiller. Goes out and gets it. Looks okay. And while we have a moment, Discover Card will donate $500 to the local chapter of the Make-A-Wish Foundation for every White Sox Grand Slam in tonight's ball game.
So 2-7-1 for Cleveland, 2-5-0 for the Sox. One out, Ventura first, and here's Mags Ordonez. Mags over 2. He's reached on an error and grounded to third. Breaking ball right there fooled him. So that home run by Albert. Number 300 in his career.
That's good.
I guess. 1-1 the count.
Have you ever observed a guy hotter than what Albert has been, you know, on a daily basis?
For 10 games?
Yeah.
I told you the only one that comes close was Mattingly when he had that streak back in 80. I believe it was in 87.
Yeah.
With the Yankees.
Right.
Either 87 or 88. But he was, you're talking about hot. And as I mentioned, he had all those home runs and about 4 or 5 of them are grand slams. There's another breaking pitch. Outside of that, no. As there's a throw. Comey puts it on him, but Albert Belle's 300th career home run, and we'll go to the 7th, tied at 2. Pat Borders gets set to lead off the top of the 7th inning. There's our line score. Albert Belle's 28th homer of the season, number 300 of his career. It's just even this ball game up. So here's Borders. Twice he has gone out to Ventura, once very hard. Breaking ball inside. There's Scott with a home run ball.
His 300th home run ball.
What a great historian Scott Arias.
Change up down low and the count 2-0.
Think he's gonna like sell it back to Albert?
Yeah. Albert makes a little more than Scott.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Sell it to him for, what would you sell it to him for, Wimpy?
10 grand.
There's a good strike on the outside corner.
No, actually, it's very, very fortunate it landed in our bullpen.
There's a strike to even the count at 2. I'd rather seen a fan get it.
Okay.
And that way he could have received, I'm sure, a couple of nice awards.
Think so, huh?
Pretty good pitch right there by Parquet. Good effort. And the count goes full. Well, Jimmy Parquet has really pitched well this evening. Got burned on that changeup to Lofton, who hit it out of here in the 3rd inning for his 9th homer. There's a shot. 3-2 fastball, so the leadoff man aboard.
And if you're one of the first 20,000 fans at the Sox-Indian game this Sunday, you'll receive an all-star poster featuring Ray Durham, courtesy of Dove Bar and Dominic's. For tickets, call 312-831-1SOX.
Second baseman David Belle grounded to short and popped up to Ventura. Outfield playing him straight up. Borders is not going anywhere unless it's a hit and run. Right.
Belle handles that bat pretty well.
Well, we mentioned earlier he's had some big base hits for this ball club. I mean, some game winners.
Yeah. Amazing. He was picked up on waivers. Cardinals released him. Look out.
Breaking ball almost hit him. Double-barreled activity for the Sox down in their pen as Bobby Howry and the southpaw Brian Ward. And those are not Elvis Knight chops. Those are his.
Yeah, they are.
That ball hit hard. That's trouble. Albert cannot get this one. Down into the corner. They will hold Borders at 3rd, so here come the Indians. Nobody out. And on 2nd, 3rd.
Well, the number 8 and 9 guys in Mike Hargrove's lineup getting the job done. Fastball down and in. Boy, he just drops a hit on it. Right there, head perfectly there on contact. Short, quick swing. One hop to the wall.
And here comes Kenny Lofton. 2 singles, 2 hard singles, and a homer. Lofton's got his average up to 284. So Cruder going out maybe to stall for a little bit of time. Homer. Single. He's hot tonight. And here comes the skipper, Jerry Manuel. You going to go get Ward? I think so. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Going to go get Howry. So he's going to get the hard-throwing right-hander Bobby Howery. Our first Ameritech call to the pen, and we'll be back. That ball hit deep to left field, way back. You can put it on the board. Yes! George Belle's first homer of the season, and it's a 3-0 Sox lead.
We are back, and not a good situation if you're a White Sox fan. Jim Parquet worked into the 7th inning, but a couple of hits have put 2 runners in scoring position, and Jerry Manuel goes to the bullpen and brings out Bobby Howery, the hard-throwing young right-hander. 13 games, 0-1, a 4.70 earned run average. In 15 1/3, he's given up 15 hits, 8 walks, and 9 strikeouts. So Bobby, we'll see what they do with Lofton. Omar Vizquel is on deck, and then Manny Ramirez.
Vizquel a switch hitter, then you got the right-handed hitting Ramirez and the left-handed hitting Tomey. So Mike Hargrove has staggered his lineup. So here we go. Corners in close. And Kenny Lofton. There's that good late movement on the fastball from Bobby Howery. Good late movement on the fastball and good late breakage on his slider.
He's going to have to make pitches like that to get out of this inning.
Well, if he wasn't going to bring in Ward, then Howery has got to be going corner out, corner in. Or trying to. Very quickly, he's 0-2. So Bobby with a fastball, slider, an occasional curve, which is real good. Give that hitter a different slant, a different look at the speed. And breaking ball. Nice block by Kruder. Kept in front of him. So Pat Borders. He's the runner at third and David Belle at second. You're just tuning in. Indians with a run in the third. That was a homer by Lofton. Sox tied it up in the fourth. Indians took the lead in the sixth. And then Albert Belle's 28th homer. Tied it last inning.
Lofton, you're a ball. Strike them out. Strike the bum out.
Durham and Caruso halfway on the 1-2 count. It's 2-2. Tell you what, the way Lofton's been swinging the bat tonight, I got to try to bust him inside.
Yeah.
Wimpy. Both pitches. Either a hard slider in there or the fastball. Now they move inside. Ate him up. He did it. Good pitch by Howery. He just absolutely broke his bat. Ate him up and a big out.
Oh, that was nasty. 93-mile-an-hour fastball in on the hands and up. Kenny Lofton just couldn't get it there. Look where he makes contact. Back in his swing. And Kenny's dropped his hands a little bit there too. It's tough to get him back up to hit that high heat.
And Nardi Contreras once again out of the dugout. As Vizquel, the switch hitter, he's 0 for 2 tonight. A strikeout, a walk, and hit into a 4-6 fielder's choice. Vizquel in situations like this, really a tough out.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's a real competitive hitter. You know, he's hitting 290, so we always talk about his defense, but he will drive in the big run. Look at this. He's leading the club with a .333 batting average in situations just like this. Hello, Newman.
So Robin's going to relay some information around, and here we go. A tough cookie in a tough spot.
Yes.
Good fastball. Oh, you talk about Bobby Howery. He got a chance to be something special.
Yeah, Bobby, well, as you mentioned, he's got that fastball that can be overpowering with movement and a hard slider, and complement it with a curve. That's not too shabby.
Yeah, you'd much rather, from a hitting standpoint, hitting at somebody throwing 95 or 96 who's dead straight.
Oh, yeah.
And hitting off Howery, he's throwing 92, 93 with good movement, good late movement. Oh, somebody missed the sign. Vizquel missed the sign. And they put the tag on Borders. He's out. Thank you.
Wow. I'm surprised that they would put this on.
I am too, Wimpy. Very surprised.
Yeah.
I think evidently Omar was as well.
Yes. Now they're saying, Borders is saying that Cruder didn't tag him. Yeah, he did. He tagged him with the ball. Wow.
That's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Now you're going to know it was Vizquel who missed it, because Newman, he's sitting right there. He's going to tell it.
Oh, yeah, he's telling go or whatever. Yeah, he's going to walk up to him and tell him.
Right.
Hey, the squeeze is on right this pitch. You got to do that.
There's a good strike. So the count now evens at 2.
Jeez.
Runs well outside. See what Cruder wants to try to do. Here's the payoff. Yes, he's gone. What a job by Bobby Howery. Mercy. Second, third, nobody out. He leaves him right there. With the exception of the missed squeeze, we will go to the 7th inning stretch, tied at 2. What a job by the 23-year-old right-hander Bobby Howery coming in, and I'm telling you, second, third, nobody out, and the key pitch in that whole sequence to all those hitters was the fastball in on Lofton.
No doubt about it. You're talking about some tough hitters, too. You're looking at Lofton and Omar Vizquel, who have been great in situations like that throughout their career. So Bobby, Lord have mercy, that was just a terrific effort. Stay right there, kid. Don't change a thing as he blows away Vizquel. Wow.
Look at the movement. That ball just kept sailing away, and that's where we're talking about movement. He's not turning it over either. That's just his natural delivery. You don't turn over 93-mile-an-hour fastballs. Will Cordero, Mike Cameron, Chad Cruder to face Charles Nagy. Takes that pitch outside. Cordero 1 for 2 and an infield single back in the 2nd inning. That was exciting.
That was one of the highlights of the year right there.
That was exciting.
Man.
Inside strike. They even accounted 1. Curveball, no chance, and the count 1 and 2. Well, we mentioned that Bobby Howery certainly has the best arm coming out of our bullpen, and he's the guy that probably is going to take over. Whether it be next year, the year after, whenever, as there's a grounder. Vizquel, as we mentioned, only 1 error all season. Throws him out. But he's got a chance. Works construction, in the offseason.
That's right.
Just a big, raw-boned young man.
You know he's strong.
Here's Mike. He has struck out and grounded to third. Good breaking ball from Nagy. If you're just tuning in, Sox had the same situation. That was back in the 4th inning. They had 1 run in, men on second, third, nobody out, and Nagy left them right there. There's a fastball strike.
.105 pitches. He's given up just 5 hits, 2 runs, a couple of walks, and 3 strikeouts. Home run by Belle. Big in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Activity down at the Cleveland pen. There's right-hander Paul Shuey. Off the end of the bat, David Belle. Now the ball takes a funny hop and he can't handle it. That'll be a base hit. That ball was some kind of spinning both ways going out there to David.
Yeah, it looked like Mike hit this one off the end of the bat. Yes, it did. By the pitcher, Charles Nagy. And yeah, it did. It hit the cut of the grass right there and spun the opposite way, adding a little bit more difficulty to that. That's a real tough play. He wouldn't have got him anyway.
No, he wouldn't have got him. No chance.
Come on, Mike, steal it.
He's got 15 of them. Here's Kruder, struck out and grounded to second. Sox have 1 stolen base in this game tonight. The only one they've tried, that was Ray Durham. In the 3rd inning, picked up his 22nd. Sox now with 73 thefts on the season. Cleveland has 74. There goes Cameron. Got a perfect pitch to throw him out on, and he didn't get it. Good slide. The slide got it for him right there.
Boy, Borders was really quick out of the chute right there. Well, you got to take your hat off to the Cleveland catcher. It's Mike Cameron. Pretty good jump, not his best. Boy, and he went to the outside part of the bag with his body and got his hand in on the inside. You see Borders in perfect throwing position. Well, maybe just a little bit out. Yeah, he was there. Good call.
Well, Eric Cooper, the umpire at second base, in perfect position to make it. Now knock him in. 2-0.
He's in there.
He goes in feet first. He is gone goose.
That's probably right.
Breaking ball just off the plate. So a 3-0 count with Durham on deck. Taking all away. Turn him around. That ball hit hard into center. Lofton going back. He's there, makes the catch, so Cameron will tag. He'll move on to the 3rd, and that's out number 2.
Well, Kenny Lofton covers a lot of ground out there in center field. Boy, it's tough to hit it by him, especially over his head. Chad Kruder, as you mentioned, had a real good pass at that one, but to the wrong spot, wrong guy.
So now the specter of the bunt as Tommy well off the bag, but even with it. Fryman even with the bag off the line at third. Some hit the deck out there in center field. Lofton's going to have to get it. A cup. Ray popped up to Lofton in the first. He walked, stole second and the third. Struck out in the fifth. Well, this is when that intimidation of the speed can really create a lot more area for you to get a base hit in. Yes. That ball gets away from Borders. Here comes Cameron. He scores. Sox lead it 3-2.
You know, one of the things we always talked about Pat Borders was his ability to block balls in the dirt. Now here's that breaking ball down and in. And Pat tries to get his body over. That pitch was so far inside he wasn't able to do it. So Cameron able to sprint home with the lead run. But he had so many guys at Toronto that threw balls in the dirt. Oh my.
A bullet right to Fryman. A hang whooping for Durham, but the Sox manufacture a run right here, and we'll go to the top of the 8th inning. Good guys on top by 1. And a reminder, you can see Game 2 of the Sox-Indian series tomorrow as part of Fox Saturday Baseball. Now, John Snyder, 23-year-old rookie right-hander, looks for his 3rd straight victory against Jim Thome and the Tribe. It's the White Sox and Indians. Fox Saturday baseball coverage begins at noon on WFLD Chicago or your local Fox station. Top of the 8th inning, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Sox, 2 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error for the Indians. It'll be Ramirez, Thome, and Fryman to face Bobby Howry. And 2 for 3 tonight with a run scored. It's that fastball up high, and he made a good play. Coming off the bat of the Big Hurt. Broke back, recovered, came in, and made the catch. That's fouled, right side. Stay in here.
Stay.
Cordero, no. Back into the 3rd row. Checking some other scores for you. Top of the 9th at Toronto. Blue Jays hurting the Yankees 9-3. It's Clemens against David Wells. Tigers beat the Red Sox 6-4 in Detroit. Bottom of the 5th down at the ballpark in Arlington. Devil Rays leading the Rangers 4-2. Baltimore scored 1 in the top of the 1st at Anaheim. Kansas City scored 3 in the top of the 1st at Seattle. And later on Minnesota at Oakland. Cruder to the outside. Another fastball. So the count 1-2. Activity down in the Sox pen. Right-hander Billy Seamus. The 5 finals over in the National League. Cubs beat the Fighting Fish 6-1. Sammy Sosa his 36th homer. Padres handed it to the Reds 13-3 at Synergy Field. Pittsburgh 5, Montreal 1. Atlanta beat the Brewers 4-1. Down at Turner Field.
The Braves win. The Braves win.
There's a breaking ball foul down. Mets shut out the Phillies 6-0 at Shea. Houston 9, San Francisco 5. Top of the 9th at the Astrodome. Cardinals leading the Dodgers 3-1. Bottom of the 8th in St. Louis. Mark McGwire his 41st homer. And Arizona leading Colorado 1-0. Still hitting in the bottom of the 1st inning. Ate him up right there.
Man, good pitch.
Yes.
Yeah, great location right there. Just ties him up. You wish he could have put that one in play.
Exactly. You wish he'd have hit that one. Lost 1 or 2 fingernails and broke his bat.
It wouldn't have gone very far.
Two balls, two strikes. Manny Ramirez, boy, he's solid offensively.
Oh, yeah.
You know, since he's been in this league, he has been so impressive for a youngster in knowing the strike zone. Came in almost a dead high fastball hitter, moved it down, became a good low ball hitter. Now it looks like he can handle them both.
Yeah.
High into right field, Ordonez. He's got room in foul territory.
Woo. Well, seems to be blowing everything foul. I thought that ball was going to be fair off the bat. But that's good. And we're calling on all Sox fans. You can come to the Old Navy grand opening event. This is Thursday, July 30th at Washington and State Street in Chicago. You'll meet White Sox players Ray Durham and Mike Caruso from noon to 1:30. You will.
Here's the dangerous Tommy. Parquet really made some good pitches on him. Struck him out twice, popped him up once. Look at that. That's an ace right there. Two 2-0 the count. And that St. Louis 4-1 lead now over the Dodgers. Make that number 41 and 42 for Mark McGwire.
Good.
He of the 2,500 vision, McGwire's.
2,500. That's unbelievable.
Oh, mercy. Howery. You know, the first thing that impresses about Bobby Howery, first of all, is his arm. That's number one. The next thing that impresses about him is he just looks like he's completely fearless out there.
Yeah, he's getting after it.
He looks like he just wants to get somebody up there, get him out, get somebody else in. Comes right at you.
Yes. He is not tentative.
No.
Yes.
Right on the outside corner. A beauty. That late movement. 2-2.
Yeah, he just fills his glove up again.
It's that late movement. They're going to come right at him again. Good fastball hitter. Here it is. That's outside, and the count goes full. The payoff. Got it. Aced him. 2 down.
Man. Jim Tomey's had a real tough night trying to get anything that he can handle. And he just paints him on the outside corner.
It's been a while since we've seen one guy have that many good pitches made on him.
Yeah. 92 right there.
Here's Fryman. Walk, struck out, and single. Slider.
That was quick.
Or sailor.
Yeah, well, I think
it was a slider. Hard slider. Boy, that's a night right there. You just got to tip your cap. That's upstairs, and the count 1-1. One another impressive thing about Tomey too is that even if he thinks it's outside or it's a bad pitch, boy, he just goes right back to the dugout.
Yeah.
Very seldom you ever see him argue with an umpire.
Ooh.
Made him a little bit of a mistake right there. Got away with it. When you're throwing that well, that's why hard throwers with good movement really have a tremendous advantage.
Well, they'll get away with a lot more pitches.
Exactly. Chad to the outside. Slider. Fryman has been swinging the bat well. In this situation right here, you got him 2-2 in a 3-2 ball game, top of the 8th inning. If you can, you want to try to keep the ball away from him. So if he beats you, he's going to have to beat you the opposite field. Took a little something off right there. I don't ever recall saying Fryman, with the exception of the one home run he hit against us at Tiger Stadium, go deep to the opposite field.
No, and you think after with playing at Tiger Stadium, you'd see that in highlight films and stuff too, because that's the easiest homer in baseball. Yeah,
Aced it. He's gone. He'll grab some bench. A beautiful job by Bobby Howard. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 3-2 Sox.
Won't you help me? Feel like I'm slipping away.
Fox Sports Chicago's coverage of Chicago White Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places. The new Dodge. From cars to minivans to trucks, it's about change. The new Dodge. Discover Card. It pays to discover. Accepted where you see the Novus sign. And by Geico Direct, the sensible alternative.
We are into the bottom of the 8th inning.
Just a hugger burning.
3-2 good guys. Trent Carlini. It's Elvis night here at Comiskey Park. 27,733 in attendance. Going to watch Trent do a lot of numbers on Elvis, and also after that, a spectacular fireworks display. Even though there are a lot of Cleveland fans in attendance, this has still been a great crowd. Our crowds have been great.
Oh, it's been terrific. Yeah. There's Paul Shuey. Boy, 188 earned run average in 13 games. That's good. Whew.
Mike Caruso will lead it off. 3 times he has grounded out. Twice to second. Fouls that one straight back, and once to short. Of course, a tragic accident to Mike's best friend 2 days ago. Killed in a car wreck. Mike did not play yesterday. The 0-1 pitch. Activity down in the Cleveland pen. Double barrel style. Eric Plunk and Paul Ossenmacher. A couple of big guys right there. Ossenmacher's big, and just show you how big Plunk is. That got a piece of Borders. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, the guy that got out there is no baby either. Paul Shuey is 6'3", 215-pounder. This guy was the Indians' first-round draft pick in 1992. Second overall in that draft, so that they had to think a whole lot of him.
Wimpy, he had a good arm. He still does, but he had some problems with it, trying to come back. First time we saw Shuey, I mean, he could rush it up there with the best of them. As you look at Matt Karchner. Ground ball. Vizquel as he smooth.
He is just incredible. That was not an easy play right there. He made it look like silk. And
he gets himself in such great position.
Yes.
Given the chance. Look at the glove. Down low. Everything all in one mode. He has terrific rhythm in his defense.
Yeah. Yeah, everything is so much in sync. There's no herky-jerkiness
No
about it.
staccato movement.
Yeah, and everything, and he's always in perfect throwing position.
Breaking ball to Big Frank. Frank 0 for 2, but he has walked and he has scored. One and one the count. Okay, 2 balls and a strike. Fastball inside half. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball frozen. Frank knew it. Good hook. 2 gone.
That's a heck of a curveball right here from Shuey. Boy, a downer. Frank gives with it. And it is right there. Watch where it crosses home plate. Boy, everything collapses.
What you call getting locked up.
Yeah.
And let's check out our Carter Lumberman of the game. There he is. That single, his 28th homer of the year and the 300th of his career. Takes that breaking ball outside. And if you missed it in the 6th inning, that tied the ball game up. You saw Nagy. He knew. Looks at Joe Brinkman, says, give me another one. Two and 0 the count. Way outside, he's hacking. Albert with 10 homers in his last 10 ball games. Look at this.
That's 2 a game.
You know, one guy we forgot about, it was hotter than Albert there for a while, was Sammy Sosa.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
We forgot about Sammy.
Oh, wow. Oh, we didn't see him every day, though.
No. There's a strike, and the count goes full. That's right. That's the way you put the question. Have you ever seen anybody? Yeah, we didn't see Sammy all the time. Albert. Hard to be what he's done. He's going to hook him. 3-2. Albert hits it deep into center field. Get it. Lofton is back on the track. Makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the 9th. Good guys lead it by 1. And a reminder tonight on Fox Sports News after our ball game, it'll be the Pirates Expos Brawl. If it's on there, it's got to be a good one, I guess. British Open, round 2. They had a tough day over there, the players, with the weather. And the home run race is still hot, as we mentioned, if you're just tuning in. Mark McGwire with 2 tonight has 42. Sammy Sosa with 1 had 36. And right now, let's check out our Dodge drive of the game. Robin Ventura. Coming in the 4th inning. Knocking in Frank Thomas. And look at the throw by Whitten. That's our Dodge drive of the game as Mark Whitten will lead it off against Matt Karchner. Takes ball 1 up high. Whitten 1 for 3 with an RBI. He had a hack right there.
Well, he's more apt to hit that fastball out of here down low. If you look at Karchner's numbers, there's 28 hits allowed in 32 2/3. Matt's a little bit of a control problem with 17 walks, 28 strikeouts. Witten wants to drop the head of the bat on the ball.
Now field deep, spread out. There's that pitch down low. Well, you got Albert with his 28th homer, the 300th of his career. Our Dodge drive of the game, the big double by Ventura, but the real hero so far in this ball game has been Bobby Howard.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Three and one. Lowry retired all 5 he faced. He came on, if you're just joining us, in the 7th inning, then on 2nd, 3rd, and that's ball 4. They did not score. 1-2-3 inning in the 8th. What a magnificent job picking up 3 strikeouts. Vizquel, Tony, and Fryman. So, the leadoff man aboard, the dreaded leadoff walk.
Well, and you got David Justice up to the plate. You got some guys that can swing the bat off that bench too. Giles on deck.
Ball gets away from Cooter, but no advance by Mark Witt. Once again, Billy Seamus starting to throw. Nardi Contreras out. And a reminder, the producer-director for Chicago White Sox baseball on Fox Sports Chicago is James A. Angio. The associate producer is Dave Ross. Our assistant director is Kathy Mundy. Our stage manager is soon-to-be blonde, the mayor, Mean Joe Groove. And our production manager is Moheen Ramsey. Ball hammered. And talking about blondes, we were thinking maybe Wimpy would look good in some blonde hair.
Wow.
Wimpy, that is you. I mean, that is you, Wimpy.
Like a Charlie Manson face there.
Charlie,
is that why you told me to stand up early?
Yeah.
That's great. Remind me never to listen to anything you guys say again.
Almost got away from Cooter right there. So Karchner home plate jumping around on him. The bad thing about it, besides the walk, are the counts.
Yeah. Well, you know, Matt's confidence has got to be at a low right now too. So, you know, that's got to come into play here.
Chopper. Karchner very quickly over to Cordero, so they get the out at first with Witten in scoring position.
Boy, not much from David Justice tonight. It's about as bad as we have seen him swing the bat in a Cleveland uniform. He's just pulling off everything tonight.
So Brian Giles coming out to hit for Pat Borders, who was 1 for 3 this evening. Giles, tough little cookie too.
Oh, he's tough out.
Yep. One of the reasons being short, quick swing. There are his numbers: 271, 11, and 39. There's a shot. Durham cannot come up with it. This ball game is going to be tied. There's that short, quick swing. So the dreaded leadoff walk.
Well, fastball is right there. Man, and he just rips it. Ray Durham, a diving effort, really had no chance. That ball just whistled right on by him. So as you mentioned, leadoff walk once again comes up to Byrne.
So Billy Seamus comes on, and we'll be back. Matt Karchner came on to try to nail it down in the 3-2 lead. Walked. Mark Whitten got justice on a high chopper. And then the solid smash, the base hit by Brian Giles. And we got ourselves a 3-3 ball game with Billy Seamus coming on.
Here's the numbers on Seamus. 34 games, 3-3. He's got 7 saves, a 2.34 earned run average. Just 25 hits and 42 1/3. That's real good. 14 walks, 31 strikeouts. And he's been real good in his last 7 times out there. 9 2/3, giving up just 2 hits. No runs, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, and he has 4 saves.
David Belle, 1-for-3, a double. There's a good strike, and the count 0-1. Brian Giles 6 for 10 in stolen bases. 3-6-0 for the Sox. 3-10-1 for the Tribe. In case you're looking to the Sox, 9th, Ventura, Ordonez, and Cordero. A little bit low, I guess. You see now Asemacher has been joined by Mike Jackson. He of the great slider Jacksons.
It's wicked.
An out, a ball, a strike. Giles just a decent lead as there's a comebacker. What a play by Seamus as Caruso dodges him, turns it over, and it'll do it. But Indians come up with a run. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth, tied at 3. Got ourselves a 3-3 tie here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And moving in behind the plate for Pat Borders, it'll be Sandy Alomar. So the walk. He gets over on the high chopper by Justice. Brian Giles knocked in Whitten. And this game is tied. Robin Ventura will lead it off as we take another look at this beautiful double play. Good play by Seamus and a good dodge by Mike Caruso. There's Belle with a hot comebacker. Nice pick. Now watch Mike right here get out of the way because they were getting after him.
Oh, that was a great play.
Terrific job by Caruso.
Oh, yeah. Sidestepping that runner.
Robin is 2 for 3. Takes that curveball down low. Outfield straight up, spread out. Ball hit deep. Way back. And I look up. You can't put it on the board. Yes! Robin Ventura's 12th home of the year, and the Sox win it in one of the most exciting games we have seen all year long. By a score of 4-3 in Wimpy, he hurt it.
He really did. He dialed it up for this fastball, 93 miles an hour on the outer half, and just crushes it. He 3 for 4 tonight. You'd think the Sox just won the World Series. All right, that's the kind of emotion that you really want to see out of these guys. This is a great win. Lord have mercy. He didn't quite get it away enough as Robin just kills it into that right center field bleacher area. Wow, that's fun.
So Ventura with 3 hits tonight, that RBI double and a game-winning homer. And that home run replay brought to you by ComEd, providing service for Northern Illinois customers for over 100 years. Wimpy, this is just, I'll tell you, this is the best ball game we've seen all year.
Yeah, it really was. And you take your hat off to all the guys who participated, too. Bobby Howery pitched out of that real tough situation. Second and third, nobody out late in the ball game. And he just got 3 tough outs, and that was very instrumental. Albert Belle, of course, the homer, but Robin Ventura sealing the game right there with that tremendous shot to right center.
And not to be forgotten either, in rookie Jim Parquet's 9th start of the season. Jimmy went 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, and he really pitched well. So, huge crowd tonight for us. It's been 27,733. Elvis night. These fans are going to stick around and see a lot of more excitement with that, and also the spectacular fireworks show. So the Sox win this one by a score of 4-3. And a reminder, be sure and join us Sunday when the Sox host the Indians from Comiskey Park. Game time is 1 with a game movement 12:30. Coming up next, Fox Sports News. So for Tom Paciorek, Jim Angio, this is Hawk Ken Harrelson. So long, everybody. You've been watching Chicago White Sox baseball coverage on Fox Sports Chicago, your home of Fox Sports Net.